So hey, Dan, just for an FYI, on the KWSA one, it said scripts and role play was between 8 and 8:30, so you guys might want to fix that
Okay, I'll make
for
sure they get
future
that
ones.
changed up. Yeah, it's ever evolving.
I was curious how you guys were going to do it all at the same time. So
We just talk over each other.
well, we'd like to try to keep things, just normal and similar. So
Right, nothing's changed.
That's right. Have a good day.
Thanks, Miss Stephanie. Appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Well, that was pretty awesome. I've never seen Miss Polston on a call. That's amazing. I get to see her in the office all the time until all this went down. But for those of you who don't know her, she's an amazing person, and she does have a great background in elementary education. So her reading those books really ties into her foundations of what she was doing. So she has definitely built some business on just doing something that her passion ties to. So let's follow that trend. How's everyone this morning? This is the question and answer part. I'm just waiting for the answer.
We're all on mute. Good.
Mr. Young, how are you today? Good to see your smiling face.
I just muted. Can you hear me?
I am.
I am fine, I think.
Uh-oh, you think? That's not good.
Well, I told you about my little IRS problem, but we don't have to do that.
Oh, that stays between us, sir, and the other 9 people on the call.
Yeah.
All right, I want to say welcome to Jeff Barton, a new agent of ours. I want to say thank you for spending some time with us, and the Stratton Group's going to give you a lot of support, but we want to make sure that you know that Keller Williams stands behind you as well. Jason Carlton, as always, thank you for joining us. Looks like you got yourself a new comfy position. Off the couch today or what?
Recliner this morning.
Nice, I like it. That's what they make fun of me when I was working at home. That's where I would be sitting as my recliner, but kind of a quiet cave thing. So, Miss Mara, how are you? Any greatness happening in your life? Any movement in one direction or another we can help with?
Still showing houses virtually to a client out of state, so hopefully that's good. We'll find him something.
How are you doing that, by the way?
Well, just narrowing it down and showing him, what seems to suit, and getting him on just a video, FaceTime chat, and showing him around.
Okay.
But definitely narrowing it down before we go out. I did get to deliver my toilet paper to my client yesterday. She was so grateful.
Awesome.
So, but yeah, and in general, telling people that we have Keller Williams backing us up, I think that's really, people like that on the calls, and I appreciate you putting it that way rather than just me. We have Keller Williams agents all over town that can help it if you need help. And anyway.
We definitely do. I mean, we are a family, and I say that from the most humble of places, is that you guys are my family. So if there's anything I could ever do to help you or one of your clients, we're going to do so. And that's what makes us different. That's why we're 181,000 strong. That's why if you guys were at family reunion, you felt the power in that room when Mo asked us to donate some money, and you see everyone pulling out their phones and donating money. They care. I mean, just every little bit goes a long way, especially in our massive numbers. So this week has been kind of interesting. Had some good conversations with some agents, some clients that are the fear mongering of the news is starting to creep a little bit deeper into people's psyches. So I want you guys to be careful when you're having these conversations of what you're saying. It's super important when you're having conversations with clients that we are, dancing around the negative, because we don't want them to pin on it. Like we talked about yesterday, it's really important not to keep bringing up the negative aspects of their conversations or their objections, and to anchor back to their motivations. And having that why structure is super important, and knowing what they're doing and why they're doing it is makes us more able to, help them with the transaction even better. If we can know what somebody's core reasoning is, I think we can give them very solid evidence as to why a move in whatever direction we need them to go is beneficial to it. If it's to buying or selling a house, someone says right now that, I'm going to wait to sell my house because the market's shifting and I really don't feel like now is the best time to sell. Amanda brought this up the other day, as well as Tracy. So two of our mega agents instantly had the same thought: is if we're in a shifting market, now would definitely be the best time to sell. Why is that?
Well, the market may be at a high for sellers if we're gonna shift.
Absolutely. On top of that, like Ms. Polston said today in the call, is on, in the market right now, we still have people that need to buy houses. Where there's a lot of need out there still. There's a lot of people that are in bad renting situations, that are in bad housing situations, that absolutely need to buy something. So now is the time for us to motivate sellers, because yes, the market's shifting. Is it going to be a big shift? I don't think so. I really don't. I think that we have a strong economy and we're just coming out of, a little bit of, fear reservation. But when we're going to a seller, we can tell them, now is definitely time to sell, because even if the market's going down, we're still at the top. If you wait a couple of months or a year or 2 years or 3 years, where are we going to be? If they need to sell their house, they need to do it now, because they're going to catch the needs of the buyers that are up here before the market completely shifts. And if we hit a buyer's market, is that going to be the most beneficial time for a seller to sell?
No, it won't be.
I was just listening to Jason's wife in the background yelling. Just calling something stupid. So it's all in how we have those conversations. So let's get a role play going on. Who wants to be my agent? Who wants to be my customer? And let's start with the seller that's reserved because of the market. Rob, you want to be my seller? Rob, you're a good seller. Tracy, why don't you be my buyer, my agent?
I'll be your seller. Okay.
Rob's my seller. Tracy, you want to be my agent?
Hold on, let me drop what I'm doing.
Get prepared, man.
Hold on, I'm getting prepared for a listing appointment.
Oh, this is even better. Perfect. Let's give them some trial on this one.
All right, who am I playing with? Rob?
Yeah. With me.
Hey, Rob.
Hi. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good.
So what's your concerns right now?
Well, several. First of all, I see the stock market dropping 35%, and I'm wondering whether this is a good time to put my house on a market. It looks like a lot of negative stuff going on in the world. What are your thoughts?
Well, I know from our previous conversation that you're wanting to get a bigger house because your family's growing, and you just adopted that young daughter of yours, and you want to separate the 4 kids that you have, and you need extra room. Is that right?
Yeah, I do.
Well, understanding that even now, even though that the market, when we entered all of this COVID stuff and everything that's going on, our market still we entered the market low on inventory. So there's still not enough homes out there for the number of buyers that are on the market. They're still out there buying. I'll give you a good example. My next door neighbor actually put his house on the market the other day, and my office sits right in front of the window. And the day that it went live, I saw 8 buyers go into that house, and it's already under contract. So that was literally this week. So the need and the want is still out there for buyers. The buyers are still in the market. Whether your house will be that way or not, we'll have to find out. But I would have confidence in the market right now because we're still low on inventory.
Well, I would be concerned about open houses, for example. I don't think that would be a good idea if I list my house, because then I've got a lot of strangers coming through, and I don't know if they're infected or not,
Okay, so what I hear you telling me is that you're concerned about folks bringing possible the infection into your house, and then while you're living there, and then you get sick from it. Is that right?
Well, that we'd be exposed if that's the case. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So what we've implemented here at Keller Williams is we're doing virtual walkthroughs and virtual open houses. We actually will set up a Matterport for your house and get a virtual walkthrough, so anybody can get logged in and that's interested in looking at your house, and we'll step them through your house. using the electronic means that we have available to us.
Well, that sounds very good. In fact, it's a safety valve for the seller and the buyer.
That's exactly right. It keeps everybody separated. We're doing our social distancing, and we're playing our part in the role.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh,
So at this point, what other questions do you have for me?
I think those were the two major ones.
All right, great. So as we sit down and we start going through this paperwork, do you feel comfortable today if we can get everything taken care of, we can put your house on the market in the next day or two?
Yeah, I think that would be good. We could have a virtual meeting.
Excellent. We can do
That's
everything online. I can
virtual
send it to
these
you later.
days.
No problem, Rob.
hey guys, I just got to a house and the door is kind of pushed in. So I'm going to leave you on the microphone while I go inside, okay?
Okay. Let's watch. Please,
Yeah.
open up.
Like, yeah, this is the door.
Okay.
Wow.
Hello? All right, I think we're all right.
Yeah,
Sorry,
double
didn't mean to
check everything.
interrupt.
No, double check everything. This is
Check
great,
everything, Amanda.
Yeah. Second,
I'm like, good, I'm glad I
positive.
have you guys on the phone right
The
now.
whole house.
Yeah, because I'm the only one here, so.
Check
You
those
better come
closets,
out,
Amanda.
Lars Baldman.
Yeah, go in that back room, closet thing.
All right. Thanks, guys. I think I'm all right.
Just call the last agent and yell at him for leaving the house unlocked.
The whole door was
Always.
open.
Always, secure the home, guys.
Wow.
So,
It
All right.
wasn't us, Dan.
Sam,
Is that your-
Sam.
Is that
It's
your
learning
listing?
experience.
All right, I'm gonna go wait in my car. Thanks, guys.
Is that your
Awesome.
listing?
No, I'm here for a home inspection, but I'm gonna wait in my car until everybody gets here now.
Okay.
I like it. Well, that's important, guys. So, not to change where Tracy and Rob are, but if you're in a situation that doesn't seem safe, call somebody. At least it's you got somebody else on the phone that knows what's going down, and that was awesome. Great job.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Miss Amanda. We appreciate you. All right. Cool. Back to it. I love. We'll just kind of jump from there. We'll start the other one. I love the fact that he had solutions in place. The digital solutions, the Matterport, the digital signing, the remote access for everything else. Anyone else pick up anything that was kind of niche to him, or they liked, or wanted to jump into more?
I like that he got rid of his Tracy basically neutralized any objection that Rod had. So that was
Yeah, right up front. And it kind of the beginning of the call. I mean, even though it was made up, there might be because the listing appointment he's going on may have an individual that's adopting 4 kids and has all this stuff. I figured as much.
I don't envy him.
I'm using what I'm about to step into.
Well, that's what we want to do. This is the real play, and the practice helps you there. So that being said, because he anchored the motivation right away. Right away. Did you guys catch that? He's looking at, I know that you're just adopted those 4 young girls, and it's super important for you guys to have the spacing for them and the dogs when they grow up with. And it's now the fear of the market doesn't have much of a place. I mean, for Rob, because he doesn't have 4 kids that he just adopted, may not be as palatable of as a response, but for the client that Tracy's going to be dealing with later today, absolutely so. So awesome stuff there. Who wants to go another one? Let's get another one in.
Can I throw one more thing in that's worked for the seller objection that's
Let's
helped?
do it.
Is that right now we've really pushed out a lot of the looky-loos. We're looking at, the people that are looking at houses right now are seriously wanting to buy houses. So that's helped weed it out. We can also ask for, the agent that's showing the house to provide a pre-qualification from the lender before they come in the door. So we know we don't have random people walking through the houses. There's ways to kind of control that. And it'll help boost the confidence of the seller that, we're keeping control of the situation and things, and people that are walking through.
Yes, man. I like that. I have never asked for a prequal before a showing, but now's it in the market where you're trying to limit the people through the home. That's a good thing to do. So it's a tactic that
I've
we're
actually
allowed
been-
to use. So
Yeah, I've been asked twice this week to show pre-qual before we look at a house. So people are doing it.
so Amanda, and you're dealing with other agents. What have you seen so far? How's the temperament of the agents in the marketplace right now?
Nervous.
Yeah. Now,
Mhm.
do you feel like the agents are as equally prepared as we are, or do you think we have an edge on them?
No, I think we definitely have an edge on them. I had a conversation with the Tierra agent the other day because she actually had an open house scheduled for this weekend up the street from another listing that I have. And so my seller, of course, called wondering why she was having an open house when we couldn't have an open house. So that was kind of a situation that I had to, cautiously get around. But I explained to her, the rules and regulations, and obviously, safety for the community is our top concern. Then I called the other listing agent, and she had no idea about the different safety measures that had been put in place. She didn't even realize that the open house she had put on MLS didn't actually show on MLS anymore. So, she had made the comment that they really, they don't have meetings as brokerages, and she thought that it was really cool that we, had those types of meetings and really talk to each other. So, I think,
Recruit.
yeah, right. And I think, it's easy to assume that everybody has the same information and tools that we do, but they don't necessarily. And most people are appreciative if you come from a place of contribution, trying to, help them.
That's good. I kind of figured that was the point, but I wanted it to be shared out there that as we come into contact with more and more agents, the uncertainty in the world is going to be higher and higher. But we just need to come from contribution, share the joy, and it's on us to mitigate what's happening in our marketplace. As the professionals in the field, we're the ones that get to control the consumer's outlook on things. We're the ones that get to control the transactions. And we're the ones that are able to really help navigate these very tumultuous courses. It all starts with our daily implementations and our daily trainings and our daily stuff like this. And Amanda, let me ask you, because before all this, we didn't see a whole lot of you in the mornings. How has this been for you?
How has what been this whole situation?
Joining in the mornings and being on the calls every day like you have
I
been?
think it's great because, as you guys have probably noticed, I'm usually already in my car by about 7 o'clock in the morning. I get a lot of stuff done early in the day, if at all possible. So this has been great because I actually have the opportunity to join in and, participate when, most of you probably don't see me around as much as I would like to be.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Mara's been consistent in our scripts and role play and stuff like that. So I know that over the last couple of months, she's grown. How do you like the morning calls so far? I mean, what can we implement a little bit of improvement on?
I think it's great. I mean, I think right now, obviously the topic is centered around, an ever-changing developing situation.
Very fluid.
Yeah, very fluid. Day by day things are going on, and it's, different objections that we're going to have to handle each day, depending on kind of the newest thing the media has put out there.
What monster came out of the bed today?
Yeah, absolutely. But I don't know how you typically run it because I don't typically get to join. So, I think maybe having a topic for each week of, objection handling or scripts or whatever is kind of a cool thing.
Yeah, we there really isn't there hasn't been a consistent manner. We do a very open forum, but it's mainly just, working on the core of it all. We'll probably jump back in next week a little bit more on tactic of what we're saying. And I think this week we really need to focus on what we were saying. So I want to see more and more people engaging in these calls. So if you've got friends that are not in the business, they're not doing as much business that you think you should be on a call, invite them to it. But that's just how we're going to keep our family the best that we can, is making sure that everyone's involved at a high level. But what time's your appointment, Tracy? Yeah, you're muted.
All right, guys. I'll see you later. My clients and my home inspector are here. Thanks for
Rock,
walking me
rock
through a
on.
house. All right,
Thanks,
bye
Amanda.
guys.
My listing appointment's at 4 o'clock. My buyer's appointment is at 1.
Are you doing both in person, or are you doing virtuals on both?
In person, both.
Okay, cool. I know you're distancing. it was weird
Actually,
today.
yeah.
Jody was in the office. I didn't get a hug. Like, it was a weird, like, side distance hug, like non-touching from across the room. But you'll have to let us know how that goes on Monday, and we'll hear the wins and successes. All right, guys, I got a couple more minutes before we can shut down. What else can I help you with, and what greatness can I spew onto you before the weekend? 2 days without seeing me. You guys gonna be okay?
It won't be easy.
We'll miss you.
Work your database.
Yes, absolutely.
I'll see your Snapchat.
Yeah, probably. I haven't been on there much lately. Let's go into that real quick. Like the Snapchat stories, the Facebook stories, Instagram stories, and stuff like that. The static posts on social media aren't getting as much attention right now as the stories are. So the interludes are the 24-hour loops where you put it on your story on Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram. Those are getting a lot of attention. So, dictate your day. If you're out and about and you see something cool, put it on your Instagram story, your Facebook story, wherever your following base is at. I've engaged a couple of conversations that way, but people didn't know that I was still working, and I put a contract in yesterday because of it. It's a small little condo, but still, $100,000 sale is $100,000 sale. And that just came from an Instagram story. And they're like, hey, we're thinking about buying a house and we want to go look at it. Can you help us? I was like, absolutely. Where is it? And it's a vacant home. I called the seller's agent. And they're like, yeah, no, go check it out. It's vacant. We do ask that you just use Lysol on the door. There's a can inside the door. So she left the can of Lysol inside the door. I was like, cool. We went there. They walked through it. They said, let's do it. Got a contract written and off we go, off to the races. So, and it all started just from somebody going, I knew you were an agent, but we didn't know with the market what was going on, if everyone was servicing, or if we just had to deal with that seller directly. I was like, no, I can definitely help you. So let's get some more of that out there.
And people just seem grateful to hear from us right now. Again, because we're not selling, like you say, but checking on people. And they're like, oh my gosh, human contact. This is so great. Or contact with the outside world.
Jay said it 100 times, is right now we gain market share. We're not going to lose it. And it's all where it's at. And like, hell, Jason, every time I see him, he tells me about a win and one interaction he's got. Well, I talked to the lady at SACE and asked her who was looking to buy or sell a house, and I got contact info. I fucking love those. I absolutely love that, because it just shows that if you're doing what you're supposed to do, you're gonna find business. And you're like, and Amanda, to reverberate what Amanda says, we've gotten rid of the tire kickers. We've gotten rid of the door knockers. We've gotten rid of the ones that are just, out for fun because they're thinking to buy in the next 3 or 4 years. What we have now are the ones that are serious, the people that are intent, the ones that are actually just in a dire need to do something. So just like in Denver, I used to tell people that people that come out in a snowstorm are buying a car. Every salesperson, they were like, oh, it's snowing outside. I used to love it because snowstorms used to weed out the tire kickers. If they were coming on the lot, they were buying a car. And in situations like this, we have an apocalypse going on. So if they're out looking at houses, they're probably going to buy something. So that same, it's all in how we spin it, and mindset is key. So I think that's why we start our days off with the mindset and motivations in the morning, and we'll work on that. I'm trying to get David to be a little bit more involved, because that's where his heart and soul comes from. But that's really what starts is how we start our transactions, how we start the conversations with them really dictates how the rest of it goes. So if we come from a place of contribution and a high level of, give a damn, the world's ours to control. I love that saying, is no one cares how much you know until they know how much you care. Right? So, all right, guys. Anything else? Shut her down. I think we got a stump the broker call today, don't we? Yeah, from 1 to 2. If you guys got anything that's broker questions or stuff like that, go ahead and get on that call and try to stump the broker. That'll be good stuff. All right. Love you. Be well. Have a great day.
Thanks for
Make
your
something
time.
great
You,
happen.
Dan, thanks.